you should be wondering why we're not at school right now. Do you know why? Because there's a coronavirus going on, so the people needed to close down the school so no one gets the virus. When it was special assembly, we shouldn't shake hands, we should do our wings.
On the 31st of December 2019, reports of extreme cases of pneumonia emerged from Wuhan, a city in the province of Hubei, China.
The assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Eventually, the cause of the sudden surge of pneumonia cases was identified as the novel coronavirus.
The virus wants us to lay down. The virus wants us to take us, but you can't stay there. Now I am wise to the beast and its ways. It changes. The fever is just softening us up. It's making your body hurt, so you don't want to move your body because what it wants to do is get in your lungs. We have to be desperate to beat this. That is the way we will all get better.
What was to follow has changed the lives of every individual on the planet and may well shape the way we all live permanently. As much as the pandemic and all its ramifications is having a global effect, what about the effects on people in the community?
It feels weird every single day. It doesn't really feel like, I don't know, it feels weird basically.
Because my course is kind of coursework based, is alright, so I can just get on with some work at home. But we're not leaving the house. Like, it seems like it's been 2 weeks, but it's actually just been like 5 days.
By the end of January 2020, COVID-19 had been reported to spread globally. As the virus spread, the media bombarded the public with worst-case scenarios.
The government has decided that the current measures must remain in place for at least the next 3 weeks.
With experts predicting a huge number of deaths.
The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
The peak, the highest point of death rates, remember this, is likely to hit in 2 weeks.
I believe that we're not going to reach our peak for at least another 2 months.
By March, lockdowns were predicted, and the British Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, made the statement that
More families, many more families, are going to lose loved ones before their time.
This is why you cannot listen to anything. I've stopped literally, no Facebook, I don't believe nothing on Facebook, nothing on Instagram, none of them. I literally watch Boris Johnson at 4:30, and that is it, because otherwise my anxiety is just through the roof. This is it.
I'm just staying put. I mean, as people said, you're not allowed to go anywhere apart from those to shops. And they literally have, they've got community police officers policing the streets.
I've just finished 48 hours of work. I just wanted to get some stuff in for the next 48 hours. There's no fruit, there's no vegetables. I just don't know how I'm supposed to stay healthy. And those people are just stripping the shelves of basic foods. You just need to stop it. Because it's people like me that are going to be looking after you when you're at your lowest.
No, because I wasn't taking it seriously. Everyone was just buying up everything. I literally went into Aldi and I was like, oh my gosh, there's nothing there.
Why are you stocking up? Are you concerned?
Very.
So what have you come here to buy?
Water, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, canned goods.
As the information flowed throughout the media about the pandemic, advice on shops potentially running out of supplies was predicted, and the inevitable happened. A surge of panic buying consumed the developed world.
Never in my life have I seen anything like that.
We went to Tesco's on Saturday, and that was the last time we went out. There was no like hand soap or toilet roll or pasta or anything.
There will come a moment when no health service in the world could possibly cope.
There are plans to increase the amount of vital equipment to 12,000, but right now those working in hospitals are extremely worried about the sudden ramp-up of resources.
People are taking it seriously, but at the same time, it's like a joke. But now that the lockdown's actually in place, it's like starting to be taken a bit more seriously.
If anyone is thinking of taking any chances, just take a look at me. I'm in the intensive care unit.
919 dead on Friday. Global cases rising above 650,000, with more than 30,000 dead.
On the 27th of March, Boris Johnson was officially diagnosed with the coronavirus.
We want to bring you an update in the meantime on a story we're following overseas. Britain's Prime Minister is in intensive care this morning.
Safe distancing can help contain the spread of COVID-19.
I don't know why they didn't do this lockdown 2 weeks ago. Or even a week ago, at least.
Yeah, it's true.
I think they should have closed the schools a lot quicker.
Are you self-isolating?
No, seriously.
You come 2 meters nearer me then, mate.
I have underlying medical conditions, and I'm afraid of catching this deadly virus that could potentially kill me.
This is an unprecedented crisis. Not since World War II has something had such an effect globally on communities. Juliet Igbokwe is one such person who, speaking as a concerned mother, is trying to come to terms with these life-altering ways.
So today is Tuesday the 24th of March. My family's been in isolation. Today is the first day that I'm actually bringing the kids out. The park is completely deserted, but everybody is pretty much keeping to themselves. They've locked the park up so families cannot get inside and contaminate the equipment and possibly spread it. Don't! No! I thought the girl was running towards them. Yeah, it's sad that it's actually come to this. My son, he's had to come all the way from uni and isolate with the family. We're in a situation where we never thought we will see ourselves as a country, as a nation. But that is what it is. So hopefully we'll come out of this.
I think that's what a lot of students are going through as well. They're telling them that you have to do your work. Like my work, I don't know how I'm going to complete my work inside. And if I hadn't already gotten my offer from my uni, I don't know what my final grade would even be.
I think the university should have a sort of exceptional, perhaps a prolonged deadline.
It's normally packed up with loads of the children playing with their friends, because if people touch one another, they will actually get the virus if the other person has the virus without telling their friends. Mommy, I'm scared because I don't want the coronavirus to come here.
We'll go inside now. Okay, so what do we do when we get home?
We wash our hands thoroughly.
What positive aspects do you see from this coronavirus?
Everyone will wash their hands more and be more hygienic.
With the world still in lockdown, the media has given us daily details of the government's response, of the rules and regulations being set in place.
And your efforts are paying off. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Of the official statistics and experts' advice, the individuals and families coping in their homes. The mental health and well-being of citizens during this worrying time should be given more attention.
Boring sometimes.
It's boring.
Oh, we have a garden, so it's better.
Okay, so if you had to stay in for the next 3 weeks, how do you think you would feel?
I think I'd just be and get the coronavirus.
People are now rightfully concerned with what the government are going to do to maintain the safety of the population.
I think the hardest part is it's because, the sunlight is just coming through my window. It's really sunny outside and just not being able to leave the house. It's just really, I don't think it will get to me, but I think it's starting to affect me.
Control is one thing, but what about the mental health and well-being of citizens during this worrying time?
I just hate being in because I love going to the shops, so it's really hard for me. And we went Tesco's and there was no social distancing, and since I literally just keep having panic attacks because I can't. That's why I've not gone out, because if I go out, I come back and then I panic.
This is a time when the most vulnerable people may be at risk more than ever.
Some experts say the isolation can take a toll on our mental
But
state.
if you'd done it earlier on, they wouldn't have been able to keep people in the houses 3 weeks later. Like, you have to time it, otherwise people are going to start leaving. And if people start leaving the houses during the peak time where there's the most deaths, then...
Yeah, but it wouldn't have got to that peak if everyone had stayed in, because it wouldn't have been escalating to everyone. That's my point.
Films, are you desensitized to this kind of stuff because of the film?
I'm just desensitized towards situations, so we've just been given an instruction to stay indoors. That's how I see it.
Which leaves us with the question, what kind of a future awaits us? If you, the viewer, are feeling anxious, dealing with extreme stress, or have any concerns you wish to discuss, please call Anxiety UK on 03444 775 774, or alternatively you can call Mind on 0300 123 3393.
I'm looking forward to going to Annalise's house, seeing the little cute baby, and also I'm looking forward to see Nodora, go to Nathan's house, and also go to the Sainsbury's shop and go to the park, and this world will be all back to normal.